Eric the actor, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hello.
You were talking about Pat Robinson's idea is to put 2 guys and 2 girls in a room. There is no possible way that they can make a baby. Yeah, really there is. Because if they suck it up for one moment and the two guys have sex with 2 girls, there you go.
No. Eric,
it's not impossible.
No. If 2 boys are alone in a room without girls there, they can't make a baby. I'm telling you.
He's not putting 4 people in the room.
No, he's
putting 2.
The experiment is 2 boys in the room alone or 2 girls alone in the room, not 4 in the room.
Didn't sound that way.
Yeah. I thought you had some kind of new information. I was impressed.
Eric thought he found a loophole.
Yeah. But all right. Fair enough.
Also,
I love to shower children with cum. Basically, I like to see children drowned in my massive jizz. Hallelujah!
Wouldn't you love to hear him say that? No, that'd be like he'd just lose his mind. Eric, what can I do for you?
well, yesterday I called for a couple reasons. One of which was I wanted to talk about legit. You know, you did do a commercial for it during one of the breaks yesterday, and I was on hold. I thought you would have put me on air when you mentioned it, but you didn't. And then also, over the weekend, Benji and I on direct message kind of got into a little bit of an argument.
What are you saying? All right, Eric. I don't know. For some reason, maybe because my shoulder is in pain in my neck, I'm losing patience. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Is there a short statement that perhaps one can make here?
Well, just Benji's view on Arizona's
terrorism. All right. Well, okay. All right. I'll ask him about it later. You were arguing with Benji about terrorism on Twitter?
No. Discrimination.
Oh, discrimination. You were arguing, Benji, with Eric on Twitter?
Well, it was a political discussion.
Yeah.
Eric wrote
can you sum it up? Because
sure.
I'll be here all day.
Sure. I have a libertarian view that I think it's wrong, but a private business should be allowed to discriminate.
Okay.
And Eric said it was hurt by that, and I would be hurt by it if someone did it too, but I don't think the government.
How do you argue on Twitter? You mean in 114 characters, or it's an instant message, a private message? It's just between the two of you. Direct message. Wow, I can't think of more of a waste of time.
The two of them.
The two of you
Neither
arguing.
one of them had something better to do.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. We have so little free time, and oh my
you
God,
talk to people sometimes.
So precious. I don't know. I just over in Twitter and instant messaging and arguing about discrimination and whether or not you should be able to discriminate at your work.
What's going on right now? You're talking.
All right. Okay. Hey guys, I got to get out of this, Eric. Okay, forgive me. Let's talk another time.
Do you still order off Amazon?
Yes, of course.
You should make up a wish list for yourself.
Okay.
Why?
Whenever I want something, I buy it. I make a living. Well, I'm not wishing for anything.
I'm sure fans would get you stuff.
I don't want them to give me stuff.
We don't need that.
My fans have given me already a life. Well, why would I ask them for free stuff?
Right.
I'm not in your position where I have my hand out. I work, and then whatever money I make, I spend on my things. See?
Yeah, I know you talked about Jimmy's baby coming up. Did you congratulate him on his 2000th show?
I thought it was his 200th show.
No, 2000.
2,000 shows. You know, how does everyone keep track of how many shows they do? I was thinking about this. I read that Jimmy had I thought it was his 200th show, his 2000th show. Why are we not tracking how many shows we do? Maybe we had a certain number.
We've got an incredible number of shows, I'm sure.
I don't think I have anyone on my staff who could actually count how many shows I've done. How many shows have I done? Why is no one celebrating this? I don't know. I never think to count the amount of shows. I read that Jimmy was. I mean, congratulations. I guess that's a milestone, of course. But anytime you're on late night television, if you get past 20 shows, you should be happy.
Yeah, it is the 2000.
That's right, and I'm happy for Jimmy. Anything, but problem is here. No one even tracks these kinds of things for me. I'm sure Jimmy didn't know that. I'm sure somebody tracked it for him.
Well, they make a big deal out of these things
They
in
do.
television.
Gary,
They mean something.
I want to know how many shows I've done.
I don't have an exact number, but
I want an exact number.
it's approximately 7,000, but I can get an
It's got
exact.
to be more than 7,000. It's got to be. If Jimmy's already done 2,000 and he's only been on, you're telling me I've only done 5,000 more shows than Jimmy? Jimmy used to go to high school in Vegas.
Do you know what they
And
just
listen to it.
That can't be right.
Of course not. But
Let's
7,000,
think.
maybe
No.
70,000.
250. What you figure about 250 shows a year for 30 years?
I mean, I've been on since, and what show are we tracking? The Howard Stern show.
When do we start tracking it? Do we start tracking it in WRNW? Like
No.
what's your start date of when we start tracking?
I don't even know. Jimmy doesn't track. I want someone to track for me and decide these things, how many shows I've done.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can start at least from Washington, D.C. I had Robin and Fred.
All right, so we'll start at Washington, D.C. as a starting point, and I'll have a number for you in a couple of days,
Thank
maybe
you.
even a day.
Thank you. I mean, I want to know.
I was guessing if you just turn to the serious one and with as many days off as you take, could be a lot less than 2,000.
You think with all the days off we take, we only get we'd only have like 7 shows? First of all, keep in mind that Jimmy's show is an hour. Mine is 4 hours or 5 hours on any given day. So when you count hours, let's count how many hours have I done on the radio? Ah.
No, that's something that you could try to get into Guinness Book of World Records.
I do 4 hours. That's 4 shows by TV standards.
Yeah, that's a week.
You might be looking at 50 gazillion shows I've done. And I've had it with all these shows, believe me. It's enough. Sitting here.
But we never marked any anniversaries. We didn't do
No,
anything.
nobody does this for me. Why does Jimmy have such a great staff that marks every movement?
Well, if he's listening, congratulations to me.
All right. Okay. That's it for today. All right. Thank you.
2 weeks from today's my birthday.
Can't wait. Well, everyone get on that Amazon wish list for Eric. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, Eric has already told you what he wants.
I hung up on him. I would
Speaking of Amazon, I did figure out how to